account moved up 15% today, which is pretty good. Market was, yeah, it was good to me today. We did some numbers. I took a new trade. I was in Tesla for 2 days. It wasn't going too well, so I ended up closing it. No, sorry. It wasn't going too well yesterday, but I said I'm going to hold it till today. And it reversed and it went in my direction, made some money, closed that out. Wait till tomorrow to see what happens. It's another day. One trade I took is in a company called BBAI. I think I took it prematurely, so I'm going to watch it carefully to see how it moves. Because I did notice that there is a triangle formation happening on the weekly. I believe it is. Let me just double check here. I think it was on the weekly. Yep, it's on the weekly. But it did break on the daily. It had a formation. So let's see here. Yeah, the weekly, it could creep up, so we're gonna watch that carefully and see what happens. But I did take that company. Let's see if we get some momentum in this bad boy over the next couple days or weeks, because I got it till March anyways. And my call is at $8 and it's at $6.98. So $8, let's see if we can hit that. It would be pretty good. I'm looking to hit 100% on that and then cashing out and then on to the next. But for the most part, my watch list is looking pretty healthy. ASML, it was on a tear today. It moved up $10 on the call that I was looking to buy, but I missed it. One thing you have to keep in mind, sometimes you miss opportunities, and don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at it like this. That wasn't your money. That money wasn't intended for you. So don't even worry about it. Just move on to the next one. There will always be opportunities within the stock market. You just got to keep searching for it. It's like digging for gold. You find an opportunity, boom, you jump on it, right? With the proper risk management. You don't want to put everything into the one trade. NVIDIA is doing pretty well. It's up almost 100%. Hopefully you guys can read this, but it's up almost 100. Is it backwards? Yeah, it's backwards. Let me see if I can change the mirror to this. Nope, not the green screen. I didn't even know I could do green screen. I should probably just have it like this. Yeah, let's keep it the green screen. Because my background is nope, it's the wrong button. Anyway, I can't find it, but NVIDIA, I'm almost up 100% in less than a month. I bought it in early September, thinking that markets were gonna go down and then climb back up, but it didn't happen. What else do I have here? I chose Chipotle, but Chipotle, it's not doing the numbers I thought it would be doing. It's moving very, very shaky right now. I was in Palo Alto. It's still, I like to watch to see how my calls will do towards the end. I did close out close to 100%. I'm not mad at it. It's still moving up, so that's a good thing. Another one that I found or I heard about is, why did this change? Oh, there we go. TTD, so that's Trade Desk. So Trade Desk, that one I'm looking to potentially get in. So I have one for, no, they're both September. Yeah, at different prices. But I'm waiting to see if it comes down a bit before I actually enter. So Trade Desk is another one that I'm looking at. Where's the other one that I had? The new one. Yeah, so BBAI. That's the one that I took today. So I took that for an $8 call. I think I took it prematurely, but on the daily, it looks like it broke a wedge pattern. So I'm looking for that to continue to move up. The call option was pretty cheap, only 175 bucks. It's nothing to me, so that's why I took that one. Snap, it came down. I don't, you know, let me see what my original price for Snap was at, because I'm looking to see if it comes back down to that level before moving up. I seen Snap at Snap, where is it? No, I don't think I recorded it, but Snap was pretty cheap. 14, that's 600. So you probably won't be able, oh, no, you can't. The AMAT, it was originally, when I first seen it, it was, where did it go? I just lost it. Oh, here it was, $9. It was at $9, and now it's at $45. That's a big jump. What would you do if you were up almost $3,500? What would you buy? No, I'm not AI. I'm human, bro. Now I'm back. I wanted to, no, what's this, light on, light off? Don't even know if it makes a difference. But yeah, some things that I'm just watching in the market. If you guys are interested in learning more about how to invest your first $1,000, you can click the link in my description or just shoot me a subscribe. Really appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm going to be watching Tesla and Open Door. Those are kind of my two favorites right now. I've been watching those a lot in the market lately. You don't really have to jump from stock to stock. If you find something that you like and you're okay with it, keep using it. So for me, those are my go-tos. Tesla did very well today. It isn't a channel. I will show that tomorrow in the morning. Just before no, it actually broke out the channel. It broke out the channel, so that's pretty good. So it broke out the channel. It's hitting a previous resistance level. Where is it? Yeah, it's hitting a previous resistance level. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Oh, that resistance level is super old. And then all-time high is at $488. Tesla's been on a rip since for the last 5 weeks now. In September, it moved up $120. If you had a call option on that, you would have made some sick money. So let's see what okay, so the 4-hour candle for tomorrow looks weak. However, we had 2 solid candles before that. 1 hour looks weak as well, so there might be I wouldn't say a reversal, but it might come down before going up. So let's see if it touches I have a trend line here, but it's hard for you guys to see. If it touches that blue trend line there, I think it's gonna come down before going up, or I could just go right through it and then go back down. It could be just like a head fake. So it's like, oh, caught you guys, and then move back down because it was previously in a channel. If you guys can see it, you see how everything's just moving within that horizontal box or the diagonal box. That's a channel. So it's an upward channel. So when it's an upward channel, usually when it gets close to the bottom, it goes down, comes back up a bit, and then shoots down even harder. But for the most part, it broke above the channel, so the channel should be invalid at this point. But we'll wait to see what the next candle does before we make that decision. So we're gonna wait to see what happens. So some notes I took from yesterday is candlesticks is like learning a language. Once you understand the language, you can tell yourself a story about it. So learning about the candles, that's going to be my mission now. Learning more about the candlesticks, the candlestick patterns, and the story that it's telling. Because the better storyteller that you become, the more successful you can become in your trades. You can adopt someone else's rules, but don't make them your own. Those are not like your set in stone rules. Once you learn enough information, use that information and create your own rules. Because what works for that person may not work for you. So create your own rules once you learned enough information. Let's see here. So what else did I learn yesterday that I want to share with you guys? Understand the game. The game is not built the same way for everybody. The game is built The game is not designed for all of us to play it the same way. It's designed for us to find our edge in the game, and there's no one way to play the game. So keep that in mind. There's no one way to play the game. Somebody can be using Fibonacci, another could be using support and resistance. One could be using candlestick patterns. Whatever works for you, just use that. You will find your way if you keep practicing long enough. I don't even know what that person wrote. Yeah, so the longer you can stay in the game, the better. Your goal is to just continue playing over and over again. I did want to share something with you guys. I wish I could fix my camera, but it's backwards. However, these are, yeah, that doesn't work. I just wanted to show you the companies that I'm looking at, but the camera's not mirroring correctly, so I can't fix it. All right, so you have to bear with me. But the companies that I'm looking at or keeping a watch on is Snap. So it's Snapchat. So SNAP, RGTI. That's another company. That's an AI company. Open, OPEN. That's Open Door. And BBAI. That's the one I took today. Took a small position, and I'm going to ride that one out. So for the next 90 days, I'm just going to be tracking everything that I do. I'm going to be journaling more often because that's something that I was procrastinating to do because I just didn't like. Just thought it was a waste of time. But if the successful traders are doing it, then why am I not doing it? Or successful investors? So I'm going to be making that more of a habit to write down what I see in the market. Also, it just helps me with remembering stuff. So if I see a specific pattern and I drew it in my book, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember drawing that pattern. And when that pattern happens, XYZ happens. So that is something that I'm going to make a new habit that I want to execute on. So I've been writing in my book. It was scanty at first, but I'm going to be doing my journaling at the end of the day for each day in the market. Another lesson that I learned, anticipation. Anticipation is not waiting for confirmation, which equals more risk. If you are just anticipating something's going to happen and you're like going based off of gut feeling, you're in for a lot of trouble. Remove the anticipation. Give yourself the edge by not having that anticipation. What I'm going to be doing in my journal is writing down why I took the trade, the pros and cons, and 3 things that need to be aligned when I do this. So first is the data. What do I see? The second is the time, the emotions, how I feel. And then the third is the confirmation. It has to confirm it. So the confirmation is the candles, the patterns. You don't have to make it difficult. Just make it easy for you to understand. You don't need all the different tools within the market that the market gives you. Just be able to tell yourself a story. What is it that you see? And start from the bigger time frames and work your way down to the smaller time frames. That's both for day trading and for doing long-term leaps. The long-term leaps is more so to have more of a precise entry, but the day trading, you want to figure out where you're getting in and where you're getting out. Always figure out where to get in, how much you're willing to put up or risk, and how much you're looking to make. Once you have those parameters, follow those rules. Just stick to it. It doesn't even matter if you make $5. $5 is better than losing $50. So just keep that in mind. The more confirmation you have, and confirmation meaning different time frames. Imagine getting into a fight. I know it's a terrible example after I explain it, but imagine getting into a fight. It's you one-on-one, right? You have a 50% chance of winning that fight, correct? But now, if you want to put the odds in your favor, instead of you fighting, you come with your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister against that one person. Now you have a more chance of actually winning that fight, like a higher percentage of winning that fight, instead of you just fighting one-on-one. So that's the approach you want to take when you're looking at the charts. You want to start from the highest time frame, which is a month, and then work your way down. You go 1 month, or monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour if you need that. And based off of that, once you have 4 confirmations, so if you see bullish on the monthly, bullish on the weekly, bullish on the daily, bullish on the 4 hour, that's strong confirmation that it's going to continue to go up. So what do? You look for your entry on maybe the 1 hour time frame, even 30 minutes is okay. And then you say, okay, all four of these are lining up. Everything looks good. I just seen it broke um, current support or resistance. It broke above it, come down, wait for a retest, and then now you buy. Or it was a pattern you seen, and you buy. So there's different things that you could do to help you get an edge within the stock market. For me personally, I'm using stock options. It's less money you have to put up, and you can make money much faster. So I'm using that as a vehicle to help me make the money, and then I purchase the stocks afterwards. So if you're looking to get into investing into the stock market, there'll be a link in the description after this video where you can join my community for free and help you out with learning about the stock market. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Another thing that I learned yesterday, mindset is essential to get to the next level. A lot of people hate mindset, but you have to really think about it. Why do you hate mindset? That is the first thing that needs to get formed before doing anything. Because if you have the wrong mindset going into something, you're going to get the results that you did not want. And the reason I wrote this down is because the person that was talking, Wall Street Trapper, on Trapping Tuesdays, he said, what happens when you see someone make your 10-year goal in 3 days? 10-year goal in 3 days. Whatever type of money you're looking to make, you can make it in the stock market. But you have to start with this. You have to have belief. If you don't believe that you can do something, you're not going to be able to do it. A person that I like to use as an example is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's an NBA MVP, and he's also the champion. He wasn't one of those players that you thought would be the top player in the NBA, but because he kept practicing and he got the skills that he needed in order to win the championship, he was able to do so. But he kept doing it over and over again, seeing what the greats did and followed along in their steps. Kobe was in the gym 24/7. So what did Shai do? He's in the gym 24/7. He's working on his skills. He's continuously growing and growing and growing. You don't become great by just thinking that it's gonna just fall into your lap. So one my mentor said that yesterday. I was just like, damn. If his goal is to make 100,000, his goal is to make 100 million in or do $1 million trade in stock options, or hit 100 million in 10 years. And there was somebody on the internet, Alex Hormozi, that did, mind you, I'm just speculating, but he said this man hit 100 million in 3 days. So I went and I paid this guy to learn how he did it. He's accelerating his learning curve by going to someone that's doing or did what he wants to do in 10 years. If someone can show you a path to hitting your 10-year goal in 3 days, why wouldn't you go and ask that person what they did? Why are you stalling? Whatever it is that you want, if you haven't figured it out yet, there's somebody out there that has your solution. I was teaching some kids yesterday, and one thing that came up for me was, whatever it is that you want to learn, you got to start asking questions. You want to start a business, start asking questions. Ask the person how they became successful. Don't be afraid to ask people for help or what they did. People like to talk about themselves. Like, hey, sir, or hey, ma'am, how did you become so successful? What is it that you did to get to this level? What can I do to reach your level? You got to ask those questions. You can't be afraid. Ask questions. Don't feel stupid. You don't need to feel stupid about asking the questions. You didn't know. Where else are you going to get that information from if you're unable to find that solution or that answer you're looking for? You go to somebody that has done it. And you be like, hey, what did you do? Oh, this is what I did. A lot of people on YouTube, that's exactly what they're doing without people asking them. They're just telling you what exactly they did for you to follow this blueprint. The hard part is the execution. If you are having problems with executing, a simple thing that you can do is break it down to the smallest step possible, to the dumbest, smallest step possible. The example I like to use is doing push-ups or reading a book. So let's say you picked up this book and you're like, damn, this book's thick. I don't want to read this book. You open the book. That's the very first thing that you do. Start by reading just a paragraph. A paragraph sounds stupid, But reading a paragraph, you're gonna be like, you know, that's dumb, and you're gonna continue reading. And just force, you don't necessarily have to force yourself, but if you keep doing a little and little each day, you get better and better at it. Just like what I'm doing in the stock market. Each day, I'm just saying, okay, what's my goal for today? My goal is to follow my rules. Why my rules? Because if I set my goals to make a specific amount of money today, I'm going to be chasing the dollars instead of focusing on the rules I created for myself. That is your secret. That's my secret weapon. If you want to use that as your secret weapon, be my guest. But follow your rules. Your input will lead to the output. Your output will lead to the results. But if you don't follow what you said you're going to do, you're going to go all over the place. Imagine you have $1,000 invested and it goes down 50 or 20%. You're like, damn, I can't stomach $200, a $200 loss. I'll wait till it comes back to 1,000, then I'll sell it. But then let's say it never comes back to that $1,000 mark, and you go from $200 down to a $500 loss. You're gonna feel worse than you did at the 200 when you're at the 500. So you have to set rules and say to yourself, I'm okay with only losing this much money, instead of waiting till it gets past that limit and then you're like, oh, what do I do? And you're hesitating. Then you try to average down, and average down doesn't work. I'm telling you these things because it's happened to me. So what you do is you follow your plan. You create the plan before you actually get in there. It's like going on a road trip. You figure out your direction, where you're going, where the nearest where the gas stations are within your destination, so that you don't drive, and then you're like, ooh, we don't have gas. Car stops. Now you're in the middle of nowhere waiting for help and nobody comes to help you, right? So always have your plan before you're entering a trade. Ask yourself, what am I going to do today? How do I make today successful? I'm listening to this book called The Magic, or is it The Magic? It's called... Okay, it's a lot of junk I was watching today. Yes, The Magic of Thinking Big. Also, it was like a short summary, but it's The Gap and the Gain. I gotta actually buy that book, but I was listening to a summary of it, and it was like talking about stop looking at what you don't have and look at what you have already accomplished. Because once you look back on what you have already accomplished, you can keep adding to it. When you look at what you don't have, that's lack. That's the scarcity mindset. It's like, oh, I don't have enough. I'm never gonna make enough. And just those negative thoughts just keep piling up in your head. So if you want to get those negative thoughts out of your head, start looking at how far you have come. Go back the last 10 years and say to yourself, what have I accomplished in the last 10 years? Then go, what have I accomplished in the last 3 years? 3 years, 90 days. Last month, yesterday. And when you start creating that routine for yourself, life becomes much easier for you and things will start to flow in your direction. If you're looking to get into the stock market, I focus more on the mindset first, because if you cannot get the mindset down right, nothing matters. Anything I teach you will go in one ear and out the other. So if you're looking to learn about the stock market, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing more lives like this to get out of my comfort zone, be able to talk on camera somewhere, and just teach you guys things that I've learned in the stock market so that you guys can apply it and make some money too. So if you want to get access to the stocks that I'm looking at, I'm going to leave the link down below, or it's in my bio. You can go to my bio and join my school community. It's called the Upgrade Room. So I'm trying to help people level up by accelerating their wealth through stock options. So if that's something that interests you, make sure to hit a subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. I will be on 9 a.m.